Matt, do I have your consent to record?
You do not. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. I'm sorry.
I don't. Oh no. Legally, I can't do this now.
Little disclaimer, real quick, for the listeners at home. I got the sniffles. I got the runny nose, the whole shebang. I don't think it's COVID. Fingers crossed it ain't COVID. It doesn't feel like COVID. It just feels like allergies. Little sniffles. But if you hear any weirdness in my audio, that is why.
You couldn't have done that after I did the intro.
No, the intro is my least favorite part because it's so structured. I love it. I do. And the
I
listeners,
took so much time developing the intro.
the listeners need it. But for me, who has to sit through every episode and listen to you do this,
It's 3 sentences.
Listen. I haven't come up with my name for this episode, so I'm stalling a little bit.
Well, you got 3 sentences to stall.
Oh, shoot.
Welcome to the Garlic Boys podcast, where we treat friendship like good recipes treat garlic. You can never have too much of it. I'm your host, Connor O'Connor.
And I'm your other host, Big Mouth Billy Bass.
That's Matthew Haux, and he has a big mouth Billy Bass on his wall. That's why he thought of that.
I have 2 of them, actually.
You have 2 of them? Do they ever go off at each other?
No. No. The one is motion censored, so sometimes I walk past it and it just starts singing it and it scares the crap out of me. The other one, you have to press a button, I'm pretty sure. But they're lovely.
We have at the escape room I work at, one of our rooms is zombie themed, and so there's a zombie mannequin doll with a walker that like is motion activated to growl, and it's right in front of the office door, which it's great when you're there alone at 11 o'clock at night in this old building and you just hear
that's lovely.
But we demystified her by calling her Bethany.
Nice.
So she's not that scary to me anymore. Dude, you should hook up your big mouth Billy Bass to Alexa like that one guy on TikTok does.
I should.
That's my favorite thing. Like I watch every single time one of those videos comes up on my For You page. I watch it.
Yeah, no, they're hilarious. It's fun singing. It's fun watching like a big mouth Billy Bass play the song by that one lady who does the songs, the inappropriate songs. It's funny watching a fish sing inappropriate songs. Is what I'm trying to say.
Not even just inappropriate songs. Have you ever watched it do Mr. Brightside by the Killers?
No, but I'm sure that's great.
It looks so earnest. Like it's that fish is feeling the pain that the Killers are singing about.
See, the person who owned one of my fish before me destroyed the motor inside of it because they glued it down so that it didn't move. Weird. The whole point of a big mouth Billy Bass is for it to move its head and move its tail and move its mouth. But no, they glued it down and absolutely destroyed it. So it just kind of like weakly moves its mouth a little bit. The other one I have fully moves and everything because I got it from my grandmother who just passed away not too long ago. I loved it as a kid, so it kind of just made its way toward me whenever she passed. But it's definitely one of my favorite things that I've gotten from my grandparents' house.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's not like a typical grandma thing, so that's pretty cool actually.
Yeah.
When my grandma passed, I got a truck, so
I mean, big mouth Billy Bass or truck, I don't know.
I think I would rather have the Billy Bass. I love my truck. I think it's awesome, but I don't have a musical fish, do I?
The musical fish comes with a lot of memories, so.
All right, Matt, do you know what time it is?
Oh boy, the dreaded time where I find out if I'm a clever boy or not.
Yes, that is right. It is time for the Clever Boy quiz.
Do I get a point for guessing that it was a clever boy time?
No.
Shoot.
That's not this week's quiz. What if that was just the quiz? Like if you knew what time it was.
See, save that idea for like episode 105 when I forget this entirely.
Sure. I'm gonna fully catch you off guard. But like it's going to be like what time is it? But it's gonna be when we spring forward because we just fell back
That's
for daylight savings. If daylight savings is even still a thing, because that legislation is still up in the air.
That's true. Hopefully they abolish it so I stop living this crap.
I don't know why I'm exhausted. I got extra sleep.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense at all.
I woke up at like technically 4 a.m, I guess.
Nice.
And I looked at my clock because it hadn't reset yet. And it said 5 a.m. And I was like, no, that means I have to get up in 4 hours.
Oof.
And then I looked at my watch and it said 4 because it updated automatically. And I was like, oh, that means I only have to get up in 5 hours. Then I got up at 7 a.m. because I had to go to the bathroom. I'm so mad.
I did the same exact thing.
All right, Matt. You ready for this week's game?
I am. I'm actually I was kind of encouraged by winning last week's game. So I think I'm ready for this one.
Well, I'd like to clarify that last week's game did not count as part of the Clever Boy quiz.
Yeah, but it was still a quiz and I won. So
you won it, yes. But your record for the Clever Boy quiz is still 1 win and 1 loss. That's why you're only a clever boy and not a clever boy.
Yeah, well, this week I'm going to secure my title as clever boy.
Exactly. And it's a very simple game. You ready?
Yeah.
It's called Will It Kill Me?
Oh, lovely.
This game, I'm going to give you a chocolate candy bar. And you're going to tell me if this candy bar will kill me personally.
Oh.
For the listeners at home, I have a severe life-threatening allergy to peanuts and most tree nuts.
We've been in the hospital plenty of times for those exact things.
Matt has been with me twice. I have been to the hospital a total of 4 times for just eating nuts erroneously.
Yeah.
Most of them were not my fault, I'd like to point out. I don't want to sit here and go through every single time. But one of them, I don't know if I can legally talk about that. No, I'm not going to sue them. It's fine. The student board at college was giving out cookies that somebody had brought in, and I said to the person handing them out, "Hey, do these have nuts in them?" And they go, "No, they're oatmeal cookies. You're good." So I grabbed a pack of cookies, went to class, sat down, and I was talking to somebody who knew I had the allergy. And I bit into the cookie, and like I could taste there was pecans immediately. And they look at me and they go, "What?" And I go, "There's nuts in this cookie." And they go, "What?" And I go, "There's nuts in this cookie." So they run and go grab me some Benadryl. And I sat through the rest of my class. This is how dedicated I was to college.
So stupid.
I didn't have any more skips left.
It doesn't matter that you were literally
allowed 3 skips. I didn't have any left.
You know that you have a deathly allergy to nuts. You could die.
What's funny is my professor found out and he goes, "Why didn't you say something?" I was like, "Well, I wanted to be
because I don't have any skips." You're so dumb. I love you, but you're dumb.
This is based off of the fact that my uncle gave me this bag of chocolate. Because this is really sad. No one came to his house to trick or treat this year.
Oh, that's sad.
Like, it was disappointing. I was sad when he told me that, and he just gave me 220 pieces of candy
with Reese's in it.
There's Reese's in it, and then at the bottom, there's a Hearth bar. Heath bar, yeah.
Heath bar.
And so that got me thinking, and that leads us into our first question. Matt, can I eat a Heath bar, or will it kill me?
Can you eat a Heath bar, or will it kill you? I'm going to say, without putting too much thought into this, I'm going to say you cannot eat a Heath bar.
Hold on, I can't find my pen.
Okay.
The pen makes the clicking noise that makes you uncomfortable.
Oh man.
I know where it is. Hold on.
Okay. Oh man, that click. I'm so happy my therapist has a like a tablet with like an electronic pen. So there's no clicking. No clicking involved. Just scribbling.
All right. Can you remind me of your answer?
I said Heath Bar will kill you.
A Heath bar is made of toffee, almonds, and milk chocolate. So, Matt, you are correct. If I have a Heath bar, there's a good chance I will die.
Good chance.
All right. You ready for your next one?
I'm ready.
Will I die if I eat a Mars bar?
Mars. Oh boy, what's in a Mars bar? I can't say that I've ever had a Mars bar in my entire life. I'm gonna say no, you will not die if you have a Mars bar.
Final answer.
Final answer.
I'm reading this right off of the internet.
Oh yeah, because you can believe everything you see on the internet.
Snickers bars are a classic candy bar that contains chocolate, nougat, peanuts, and caramel. The Snickers bar was first introduced by the 1930s Mars Incorporated. The Mars bar is what the British call a Snickers bar.
Excuse me, if I would have known that. That's
Oh, because I've never tricked you in one of these quizzes before. This
I
is
hate
so out of character for me.
trick questions are unfair.
It's not
They're
technically
unfair.
a trick question.
It is because I don't live in England or
Neither
the
do
UK. So I don't know what a Mars bar is because I've never had one.
I never had one either. Because it'll kill me.
Whatever. Yeah, I know. All right, let's move on.
All right, Matt, your next candy. Can I eat a whatchamacallit? Can I eat a whatchamacallit?
Oh, man, I really need to start branching out on my candy bar intake. Whatchamacallit? I'm gonna say no, you can't eat a whatchamacallit.
When introduced by the Hershey Company in 1978, the candy bar was filled with peanut butter crisp. Almost a decade later, it was reformulated to include a subtle layer of caramel.
So it still has the peanut butter?
Yes, it does.
Yes.
So you are correct. I cannot eat a whatchamacallit.
All right.
And okay, so I know there's going to be pedantic people out there, especially because my brother is one of them. I know at the top of the game I said, "Will it kill me?" is the title of the game, and now I'm asking you if I can eat them. I can technically eat all of these, and technically it won't kill me if I get an epinephrine
to the hospital
shot.
in the
But
time.
yeah, if I get an EpiPen, I'll be fine. That's not the point of this. I don't need that in the comments, just so you know. I just wanted to say that. All right, Matt. Your next one.
Yep.
Can I eat a Baby Ruth?
Ooh. Can I get up and go get a Baby Ruth and look at the instructions?
You cannot.
The instructions and the ingredients.
They're instructing you on how to make the Baby Ruth at home.
This is how you make a Baby Ruth. Baby Ruth. Oh wait. I'm gonna say yes. That's yes, you can eat a Baby Ruth.
Hold on, this page doesn't tell me if I can.
Nice. Just
Baby Ruth.
It doesn't tell you the ingredients?
The page I was on didn't.
It's dumb.
Ingredients. Here we go. The original flavor US edition, listed by weight in decreasing order, contains sugar, roasted peanuts, corn syrup, and partially hydrogenated palm kernel and coconut oil.
How
I'm not
many
going to
do,
risk the rest of them.
how many do I have to get to win?
We're doing 10, so I think it's what, 7 out of 10 you have to get right.
All right, I'll take it.
So
No, I think I won 5 out of 10, didn't I? The first game I got like 6.
You got 6 out of 10.
So I
but
just have to over half.
Sure, a majority
Okay.
of them right. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take it. All right.
All right. Let's get a harder one for you.
Oh, I hate this.
Do a more obscure candy.
You're gonna be like, Matt, can I eat a Toblerone bar? Is that the next one?
Well, not now. Unless do you think you know if I can eat a Toblerone?
I'm going to say that. By the way, listeners at home, that wasn't planned. I just love Toblerone bars, so it's the first one that came to my head. I'm gonna say, what? I'm gonna say no, you can't. But my question is, because I'm pretty sure it has nougat in it. What the heck is nougat?
Hold on, I'm looking up Toblerone real quick.
Okay.
Because I didn't have this one ready. Why don't they have a list of ingredients?
Because they want to make your life hard. They
Probably.
want to poison you. They want to poison you very, very slowly because you can't see the ingredients.
Da, 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 da. Toblerones are such a niche food.
The
only time I've ever seen them are on an airplane.
Yes, actually, I got one of those oversized giant Toblerone bars one time when we were at an airport waiting on a layover. And I'm not even kidding you. The triangles were like this, like 3 inches, equilateral triangle, 3 inches. Well, I don't know. They're isosceles. I think they were isosceles, but it doesn't matter because they were huge. They were like 3 or 4 inches on either side, and it was insanely huge, and it was delicious.
Okay, so you said that I can't eat Toblerones, correct?
Can't. Yes.
Chant. The ingredients are milk chocolate, sugar, honey, almonds, invert sugar, and egg whites. So you are correct. I cannot eat a Toblerone.
All right.
Your other question, I have no clue what nougat is. I think it's like caramel, but like not caramel.
Okay. You know what I'm finding out with this quiz is that a majority of candy bars, like chocolate bars, are not allergy friendly at all.
Yeah.
Not even remotely.
Well, I'm pulling from like the list of the most popular candies here.
Right.
So maybe that's just why it feels that way.
Yeah.
Hey Matt.
Yeah.
Am I able to eat a Mounds bar?
No. It's got almonds in it, doesn't it?
Final answer?
Yeah. Yeah?
So this website here says that Mounds are Almond Joy's little brother. The shredded coconut filling is engulfed with dark chocolate, and the absence of almonds are the two main differences.
Oh, okay.
So I can't eat an Almond Joy because that has almonds as well, and it also has milk chocolate. And Mounds has dark chocolate over its coconut filling. So
gotcha.
I am able to eat a Mounds bar.
All right.
Pretty good run. Not bad.
Do you like coconut? Would you eat a Mounds bar?
I would eat a Mounds bar. I like coconut.
All
right. Matt?
Yeah.
This is a more obscure candy. This isn't on my list of popular candies, but I want to see if you know.
Oh boy.
Can I eat a mallow cup?
A mallow cup. I'm almost positive it's just marshmallow covered in chocolate. So I'm gonna say yes, you can. Unless, yeah, I don't think marshmallows are made from nuts. So I'm gonna go with yes, you can.
Final answer?
Final answer.
You are correct. I can eat a mallow cup.
I'm solid this week.
I did not know what a mallow cup was until my mom introduced me to them.
Yeah.
Because they're basically just Reese's cups with marshmallow instead of peanut butter.
Yeah, they'd be really good s'mores material. You wouldn't have to cook a marshmallow.
Fantastic. All right. Matt.
Yep.
Can I eat a Nestle Crunch bar?
Yes, you can. I'm pretty sure it's literally just chocolate and like Rice Krispies, which you can eat rice. So, yes.
Final answer?
Yes, final answer.
That is correct.
Yeah, I know. You're trying to intimidate me with a click, but I'm confident. I am confident this week.
So it is I think it's a dry roasted rice that gives it that crunchy texture.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the bad part about not having these written down is I don't remember which ones I've already asked you.
Well, I won't tell you because if I get the answer right, then I win. Actually, I don't know what my score is, but it's pretty dang good, and I'm over 5. So I think I won this week. I'm a clever boy, but we'll see. Unless you introduce one that's like negative points. Please don't.
Here we go. This one's new.
All right.
Let's open this up. See if it gives me an answer. Where did it go? Hold on. Do you know, Matt,
Yeah.
if I can eat a Turkish delight?
Is it hold on. Is this candy? Oh, I thought we were doing chocolate bars. Did I misunderstand the assignment?
I think it is a chocolate bar.
A Turkish delight?
From what I was looking at, it's not a chocolate bar. It is a candy, though.
Candy. All right. But are we going candy or are we going just chocolate bars?
Look, I had to. There's not many obscure candy or chocolate bars, so
Yeah.
I am bringing into a more obscure candy.
All right. The only Turkish delight that I'm consciously aware of is from The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. But those, from what I'm hearing, are not actual Turkish delights, and I've heard they're disgusting or an acquired taste. I have no idea what the ingredients are, so I'm gonna say yes, you can eat them.
Turkish delight or lokum is part of a family of confections based on gel of starch and sugar. Premium varieties consist largely of chopped dates, pistachios, hazelnuts, or walnuts bound by the gel.
Oh,
Traditional varieties also flavored with rosewater, mystic gum, and bergamot, orange, or lemon.
well, whatever.
So, in the traditional way, I cannot eat a Turkish delight.
Well, it's not like you're missing out on much from what I've heard.
All right, Matt. Looks like this will be the last one.
Okay, all right, not complaining about that. What's my score going into the final?
Well, that would ruin the surprise.
I don't like surprises.
Tough. I don't like having an allergy to peanuts. All right, Matt, your final question is: can I eat a Clark bar?
The heck is a Clark bar? I really need to branch out on some of my candy bars because I absolutely love like Snickers. Go to Snickers is my go to. I know it's not yours because you would die. Um, I've been enjoying a bag of Three Musketeers here too. I don't know what a Clark bar is. I'm just gonna guess and say yes.
Final answer.
Yeah.
The Clark bar is a candy bar consisting of a crispy peanut butter spun taffy
Ah!
core, originally with a caramel center, coated in milk chocolate. It was the first American combination candy bar to achieve nationwide success. Two similar candy bars followed the Clark bar. The Butterfinger bar in 1923,
I love
made
them.
by the Curtis Candy Company, and the Fifth Avenue bar created by London's. This is the most interesting part of this to me, and that's why I chose this one.
Mhm.
The Clark bar was introduced in 1917 by David L. Clark and was popular during both during and after both World Wars. It was manufactured in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, by the
Ooh.
original family-owned business until 1955. It was manufactured by corporate owners until a series of sales and bankruptcies in the 1990s related in a transfer of production to Revere, Massachusetts-based New England confectionery company Necco, maker of like Necco wafers and things like that.
Mhm.
Following Necco's 2018 bankruptcy, the Clark bar is now produced in the Western Pennsylvania by the Altoona-based Boyer Candy Company.
All right. I've still never eaten them, even though they were made here.
Me either. But it's cool to know that one of the first like combination candy bars in America was started right here in Pittsburgh.
True. Very true.
All right, Matt. That brings us to your final scores.
All right.
I was doing right and wrong answers as to score this, as you may have guessed.
Mhm.
Out of 10 questions, you got 6 answers correct,
Yes!
meaning you have won the title of Clever Clever Boy.
I'm so glad we clarified that it just had to be over half. Because if it would have been 7 out of 10, I would have died.
Congratulations, you are now a Clever Clever Boy.
We're gonna if we do this every single episode, we're gonna have issues because it's gonna take up half the episode saying, "Hey Matt, you're a clever, 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 clever boy."
Oh no, I got things. So 1 win, you were a Clever Boy. 2 wins, you were a Clever Clever Boy.
Mm.
Uh, 3 wins, you are a triple clever. Was it Triple Crown Clever winner? When you win all 3 big horse races, it's like a Triple Crown winner, like something like
Yeah.
that. Um, uh, and then 4-leaf Clever.
Nice, nice.
And then then was it 50,000 clevers under the sea? I think it was like if you're for 5, like 50,000 leagues under the sea.
Uh-huh.
It's
Okay.
a very famous novel. I don't know you read much, but do you know? Fun fact: when they say 50,000 leagues under the sea, it's not like it's not measuring straight down.
Mm.
It's measuring how far they traveled, like under the sea in total. Because 50,000 leagues under the sea would be like twice the Earth's diameter.
Nice.
So
All
you
right.
can't technically go that deep. You just have to go that far around. And it's like a story based on a submarine.
Oh, nice. I don't know anything about classic literature, so
Literature.
our listeners are like, "Booyah, this is my jam." I know it.
That's the power of watching videos on books instead of actually reading the books. Or what I call English class. All right, Matt. Now that we have proven that you are a clever, clever boy, why don't you introduce us to your topic this week?
Yeah. So, as you know, the Pokemon game Scarlet and Violet coming out this month, right? I think this month doesn't matter. It's coming out soon.
Yes.
And I'm just very excited about it. I know you're very excited about it. It's not exactly the funniest of topics, but I just like some of the Pokemon that they have announced are just comedy gold. They're stellar.
The designs of them are are only perfected with the names of them.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. I have been disappointed by some of the previous generations, like introduction of new Pokemon. Some of them have been a little less than fantastic. Lot of lackluster Pokemon, like in my Trubbish, garbage Pokemon, no pun intended.
No. You don't get to say no pun intended there, because that was a straight up pun. Like you planned and rehearsed that line.
I actually didn't. But
It's literally a garbage bag, Matt. Like there's no way you could say that wasn't intended.
Listen, it's just a bad Pokemon, and I understand. I understand the hatred of putting some Pokemon on two legs, especially starters. And also it just opens weird doors, man. Like really weird doors. Um, and I saw this theory on TikTok that they're not announcing the second form of the starters because there's going to be a lot of backlash on the fact that Sprigatito will probably be on two legs.
Well, it's like most of the time when you have a starter Pokemon that starts out on all fours, it doesn't end up on all fours.
Right.
And if we look at all, at least, yeah, all of the fire type starter Pokemon are two-legged, and like a few of them don't start out on two legs, so it doesn't make sense.
Right.
Like Cyndaquil is four-legged, and then it turns into Typhlosion, and it's two legs.
Fennekin is another one that's four legs and then turns into two pretty quickly.
Is Fennekin four legs?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I mean, Litleo.
Yeah, that's another two-legged or four-legged turning into two.
I mean, as cool as Incineroar is, like, I think most fans were kind of okay with Incineroar.
Yeah.
I get first not being on two legs, because at least it wasn't another fire fighting type.
Right.
Because Blaziken, Infernape, and oh no, Pignite, Emboar.
Yeah.
All three of them were firefighting 3 generations in a row.
Right. And I have nothing against putting Pokemon on two legs, but it almost seems like too much. You know what I mean? Like I don't want anthropomorphic Pokemon. I want pets. I want pets that sometimes battle each other, and I'm not getting that if I'm looking up at a 8-foot tall humanoid Pyroar or whatever.
It's like they lost the magic of the original games. When we were kids, we were dogfighting for money and to save the world. And now we just have like vaguely humanoid people with like ears on fighting each other. Like
and the bad guys suck. The bad guys in the game they've turned from being a take over the world kind of league, and now they're just like, go the other person.
Okay, so that's because it's such a long franchise. The first two generations, you had let's steal Pokemon to make money.
Yeah, right.
Like this is a business. Like we're a criminal enterprise. We're making money. Third generation, you had one team, there's too much land. The other team, there's too much water. Fine, whatever. Then in fourth generation, you had, I'm going to destroy this universe and create a new one where I'm in charge.
Yep.
and that's where you peaked.
Yeah.
Because then you go down to 5th gen and it's okay, guys, maybe we shouldn't be like enslaving Pokemon. Like, what if we didn't do that? On one half of the criminal team, and then the other half is I want to rule the world.
See, I kind of liked what they did with Legends, Arceus, whatever you want to say. I kind of liked what they did where it was like two, or was it? It was two groups of generally like decent people. Like they just hated each other. It was like a Romeo and Juliet situation, but not really. Just like the two families at West Side Story. That's probably a better.
I mean, West Side Story is just a modern
Yeah, you're
adaptation of
right.
Romeo and Juliet.
You're right. It's just two families of people that don't really like each other, don't really get along, but it turns out they're essentially worshiping the same person. Well, no, I get it. It doesn't matter. I liked how they did it, where they weren't bad guys, they weren't trying to like take over the world, and they introduced singular people, like the trio of ladies that come and beat the crap out of you.
Right, but those bandits were also some of the ancestors to the galaxy,
Right.
but like mid leaders. I forget what those are called. Lieutenants. That's what it is. So like, I don't know. Arceus, Legends Arceus didn't really have an evil team to me, and I
Yeah.
think that like that also like shows another step down to me of like how the evil teams are going.
Yeah.
Because like I get your point, but if we compare that to Generation 6, which most people say is the worst generation,
Yeah.
but it has the last good evil team with Team Flare that was
Was
basically like, hey, what if we set off this giant nuke again that like everyone in the past decided was a bad thing?
was
What if
that
we just do that again?
was that Sun and Moon?
No, that was X and Y.
Oh, okay. I didn't play either of those. So
So X and Y, Team Flare, it was that big guy with like all the red hair.
yeah.
And there was like the great weapon that was used to do something in the past. Like I don't know like the lore too much.
Mhm.
But like it was basically a giant powerful laser that kind of like started the mega evolution phenomenon, I think.
Okay.
Um, but from there we go to Gen 7, which was Sun and Moon, and you get, oh no, there's some ruffians that are like talking like they're gangsters, and like
And then you get Team Yell in the next generation up,
right.
Sword and Shield. And like I love Sword and Shield, but that was the worst. That was the worst team ever, in my opinion. It was so bad.
So with Sun and Moon, Team Skull, they took over a town. Like some people are like they're not that, like they were just some hooligans. They took over an entire town.
Right.
They ran people out, took it over, and like the main guy wasn't like a huge threat. Like they were a red herring for like the true evil team in that game.
Yeah.
But like he was still there at the end when the whole like big bad scenario was going down. Team Yell, I didn't know until this year that Pierce was the leader of Team Yell.
Yeah.
Like I didn't know he was considered their boss.
Yeah.
Like I thought he was just like, oh,
He
these are
just
people that were cheering on my sister. They got out of control. I didn't know like he sent them to make it
oh,
more difficult for other people.
right, right. Yeah, no, the Team Yell is literally just like the annoying people you see at a football game or a hockey game or whatever. Like they're just they weren't menacing, they were just annoying.
They
Like
were just menaces. Like they were just menaces.
sure. Yeah, like I just wanted them to go away. Like I I want I love like secret bad guys, but every time Pokemon has introduced a secret bad guy, I've always known from the very second that they showed up. And was it Sword and Shield where like the secret bad guy was
Chairman Rose.
Chairman Rose. I was like, yep, that's the bad guy.
He's
right
the
there.
first person we're introduced to when we see him, and I go, "Ah, that dude looks a little shady."
Yeah,
And I thought it was maybe just because he was a CEO. No, it's because he was insane.
and even in Legends Arceus, gosh, it doesn't matter really. Even in that game, the one guy that was like kind of a help throughout the game and then turns out to be a psychopath.
I saw that coming full
a
on.
mile away, 10 miles away. I saw that the second he came in, introduced.
As soon as he was like, "We need to learn more about the legends," I was like, "Why, dude? Why do you need to be here, huh?"
Yeah, like I love secret bad guys. I love not seeing something coming. I love twists and turns, but that I'm hoping they do better with this game. I am.
I think you'll like this. Back to Sword and Shield. I saw this meme that showed like when Rose interrupts the final match and everything, and somebody said like, "This is like if Jeff Bezos announced that he would like interrupted the Olympics to announce that he was unleashing Satan onto everyone."
Yeah.
Like if you need a real world example of what we're talking about, of like this was just a CEO that was kind of sketchy throughout the entire game when he talked to us.
Yeah.
Especially because he talked to us in disguise, which was just that classic Marvel hero. I'm gonna put on some a hat and some sunglasses.
Yeah, no, you totally can't tell.
But my theory for the games is for the new games. So there's Team Star, I believe it's called.
Okay.
And we've seen one of the leaders from Team Star. Is that girl with those ostentatious boots? Like they're just huge.
Yeah.
And it's one camp out of I think the 5 that they're going to be. And so that means there's 4 more leaders. I think one of those is going to be the principal of the school. I'm going to call that right now.
All right.
I think the principal of the school is the Team Star leader.
Starting Sunday, the 13th, we have it on record.
So the day this comes out, we'll have that next weekend. Is when that game comes out, because it comes out on the 18th.
Oh, really? Okay.
I'm sure neither of us will have beaten the game at that point.
Well,
but considering it's supposed to be this whole new open world experience where you can go wherever and do whatever,
I know.
We'll see how long it actually takes people to beat this game.
Well, you could speed run through without doing any side missions and stuff, but
I think I'm just gonna watch somebody play it and then spoil it for myself.
All right. You know what would be a really good twist? If the bad guy, the big bad of the game, was the professor. I think that would be an insane twist, because the professor's just iconically throughout every game, unless I didn't play every game, so I could be missing something. But they've always been helpful. They're trusted. They all know each other from what I've gathered. And if it just, I know now if it happens, then it won't be as because I've brought it up. But like, it would be a good twist for me if they hit it throughout the whole game.
That would definitely be an interesting twist. The only reason I don't know if that would happen in this game is because we do have excuse me, we do have the 2 different professors.
True, but they could be working together, as far as time and space goes. It looks like they're involving a lot of like time travel or time differences or converging universes stuff to it. So
time definitely plays a big part in this game.
Right.
Just from like the leaks that I've seen and like what we know about it. I mean, Miraidon and Koraidon are the same Pokemon, just one's from the past, one's from the future. So like there's something going on there.
Oh, are they really?
If you look at them, they have the same design details. It's just one's done in like a prehistoric sense and one's done in a futuristic sense.
Oh, so they're kind of playing it as like they just kind of evolved, I guess. Evolved, not in the Pokemon sense, but adapted to the future.
I think Cyclizar is going to be sort of like what Cosmog was.
Oh,
it's like
yeah.
how there's sort of like a pre-evolution to the legendary. And that's what like he is. Because Cyclizar looks just like they do, just like a smaller baby version. And you see people riding him around just like you would ride the other two around.
Yeah.
And so like there's theories that there's some sort of like connection between the three of them. I mean, if you look at the professors as well, the Scarlet Professor, she's done in a more prehistoric like outfit style. Well, the Violet Professor, he is more clean cut and like what you expect from like a futuristic style.
I hate him so much. I'm sorry. I really do.
You're getting Violet because of him.
No, I wanted Scarlet because
That's not what you said. You said, and I quote,
I like
that man
the legendary better.
Fine.
No.
Look at his hairline.
No, I said he looks like a Chad and I hate his guts so much. I want the Scarlet, but you wanted it first, so you're getting it.
You can get Scarlet. You don't have to get the game that I'm not getting.
I'll probably end up getting both and then convincing my girlfriend to get a Switch and play the other one so we can trade Pokemon.
Oh, I mean, we'll be trading with each other.
Oh, of course. Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I think my buddy Jared is going to get it because we were talking about it. He and I have played Sword and Shield, and I think he wanted to get Violet too. Okay. The only reason I would get Violet at this point is because of that one. What was it? It was not it.
One of the exclusives.
So for Scarlet, it's Armor Rouge.
Oh yeah, those are cool.
The Violet one though,
I don't remember.
I think he looks cooler.
Yeah.
And I like his typing a little better, but it's not gonna convince me to buy a whole new game, especially because I like Miraidon better. I think that's the Scarlet one. Whichever Scarlet is better. I like that legendary better, so I'm going with that. Either way, I can tell you out of the Pokemon that they've revealed so far, Lechonk is going to be on my team.
Oh, for sure. Instantaneously.
The Ice Whale, I forget its name, like Kyrex or something like that.
No idea.
It's just big chunky Ice Whale. He's going to be on my team.
All right. The little dough ball one, little puppy corgi, looks like a dough.
Fido will not be on my team.
He won't be. He will be at the start for me. Like he'll be at the start. But once I get better Pokemon, he'll be switched. I just like
oh my gosh, why can I not remember his name? Oh my goodness, what was it? It's another round boy. Cloth, that's what it was.
Cloth. Okay.
It's just this big woolly mammoth crab. Like he's so like
oh yeah,
the dopiest thing I've ever seen. I was like, I need him on my team.
I'm excited. I think we've bored our listeners a bit enough for on Pokemon talk. So maybe we should switch to your topic.
Should we just start a separate podcast all about Pokemon?
We could. I mean, I feel like we talk about Pokemon enough. I feel like we could. But I don't think our listeners are here for extensive, in-depth lore on Pokemon.
That's fine. We can move on to my topic for this week. Which also happens to be extremely nerdy if we're going by what my mom says about it. Which I'm going to say shout out to my mom. It was her birthday on the 4th. So
happy birthday, Cindy.
Yeah, happy birthday, Cindy. And I don't know if you knew this, but she is also a Patreon supporter of ours.
Oh, thank you, Cindy.
If you are a Patreon supporter of a what is it? Clove level Clove or higher, which is just $5 a month to be a Clove level supporter of us on Patreon. you get to give topic suggestions. And my mom and I were watching the Weird Al Yankovic movie that just came out
So excited
together.
for that.
And I was like, hey, what do you think our topic should be for the movie or for the podcast this week? And she goes, why don't you talk about Weird Al? And so I'm going to do a mini game with you while we
Ooh,
talk about Weird Al.
okay.
And it's called What's the Original Song?
Oh boy. Okay.
So as many of you know, Weird Al is a parody artist. He's one of the most famous parody artists, I believe, in the world, if not the most famous.
I don't know. Apologetics from the Christian sect is pretty good.
I said one. But so I'm going to give you the title of the song that Al gave the title. And then you're going to tell me the actual title of the real song. And if you can, do the artist as well. The artist isn't as important. There's no stakes here. Just a fun
I'll
little
never guess the artist, but the song names I could probably guess a few.
Let's go with I'm on Spotify now. This is his most streamed song.
Oh boy. Okay.
With over 31.7 million streams. I'm about a half of those. What is the real title to Amish Paradise?
I believe that is Gangster's Paradise.
That is correct. That is Gangster's Paradise by Coolio. R.I.P. Coolio. He just died a few weeks ago, unfortunately.
I don't know who that is, but R.I.P. bud.
Famous rapper from the 90s. Gangster's Paradise starts with as I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I take a look at my life and realize I have nothing left.
Gotcha.
So he quotes one of the Psalms there and then like goes into it. So it's a pretty good song.
Nice. All right.
I think that's what Weird Al does well. He takes songs that were good on their own and then turns them into a parody. And so I think that's why his parodies are good as well.
Right.
All right. Your second one with 29.6 million streams on Spotify.
Okay.
What is the real title to White and Nerdy?
Oh my gosh. I've heard so many different parodies of this song. It's white and nerdy in it, like his is white and nerdy.
His is White and Nerdy.
Is it just white and dirty?
No.
Oh,
So the real title to the song is Riding Dirty.
riding dirty. Okay. Yep. That was like in the back of my head, but I was like, that sounds weird.
And at this time, I cannot tell you who sings that.
That's fine. Who cares? I'm sorry.
This one should be an easy one for you.
Okay.
With 15.1 million streams, Party in the CIA.
Party in the USA by Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. That
All
one,
right.
I like that one. It was so funny the first time I saw it. Because again, as I told you last week, I would watch these music videos at the library.
My teacher would, I think it was my art teacher, she would play Weird Al videos, music videos, just during art class. Like she Bad being one of my Fat being one of my absolute favorite ones. I loved it. I loved it so much.
So my youth group would do a fall retreat every year, and we would do what we called the Gong Show, which basically like everyone could do like a little talent performance, and leaders would judge you on it and like give you a score. And if it was real bad, because sometimes people would just do the craziest things, you would get gonged. My senior year, almost every year, I would do poetry, and it wasn't good poetry. Because like I was trying to be deep and introspective when it was supposed to be a time to be fun, like have fun. And so I did poetry, and then I was taking a nap and listening to music, and Fat came on, and I was like, it'd be funny if I lip sync to this for the Gong Show. So I went up and did it, and I won the Gong Show that year with it.
Nice.
And in the middle of the music video, there's a point where like they're running and the camera's following them, and the
Yeah.
camera keeps going, but they stop because they get winded. So during that part, I pretended like I was out of breath and like I was struggling. And one of my leaders came over and was like, "Oh my gosh, are you okay? What's wrong?" Like, I know I'm fat, but I'm not that out of shape, right? Oh my goodness! Like there was. Am I just that good of an actor, or are you that concerned about my health?
Oh, that's amazing.
All right, we'll do 2 more for
All
these,
right.
and then we can continue talking about Weird Al. The saga begins.
The saga begins. That's the Star Wars one, right?
Yep.
Have I been thinking that the name of the song was something completely different for like all of this, like the original song? I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea.
I'll tell you this: it's you know this song.
Yeah. I just don't know the name of it apparently because it doesn't sound anything remotely. What is in my head doesn't sound even remotely close to The Saga Begins.
So you're gonna do your little like angry gah when I tell you the answer. You ready for this?
Hold on, hold on. Hold on. Crap. Ugh. Yeah, go ahead. Just give it to me.
It's American Pie.
That's what I had in my head, but
Then why didn't you say it?
because I thought that it was different. Because I thought that his titles for the songs were similar, because they have been thus far,
They
to
typically are
the
similar.
parody
Yes.
titles, so that I thought that American Pie was something that I thought was the title, but that wasn't the title, if that makes sense.
All right. You know what? I'm gonna change the last one, so I'm gonna throw you another curveball.
Love it.
And I think this is a semi curveball because if anyone's gonna know this one, just for like the context of the song itself, you're gonna know it. Ode to a Superhero.
I don't even know that song by Weird Al, let alone. Is it
Really?
Kryptonite?
No.
Then I don't know.
This is, I'll tell you, it's about Spider-Man.
And I've never heard this song, and it's about Spider-Man. I have no idea.
You ready?
Sure.
Billy Joel's Piano Man. Yeah, it's a whole song about the plot of the first like Sam Raimi Spider-Man to the tune of Piano Man. The chorus
I
I think
need to
is
listen to this.
"Swing me a web, you're a Spider-Man. Swing me a web tonight."
Oh my gosh, this is amazing. This is going to be like my
It's
new
so
ringtone.
I'm so shocked you've never heard it. It's so good.
Yeah, I didn't even know it existed.
Honorable mentions are eBay, which was based off of Backstreet Boys' "I Want It That Way."
Mm.
What I bought on eBay. Foil, which is his parody of Lord's Royal. And I think I said it. Did I say? Oh, no. One that is, if you've seen the new movie, is very funny in the movie in context of his rendition, his parody of Madonna's "Like a Virgin," called "Like a Surgeon."
I'm so excited for this movie. Like
Have you not watched the movie yet?
I haven't yet. It I mean it just came out, my guy.
It
Like
came out on Friday. We
yeah,
recorded this on Sunday.
and I've been doing other things this weekend, but I did see that it came out and I'm going to watch it.
I have a girlfriend and a life. Ooh, I'm mad.
Listen, I was golfing on Saturday. I was golfing and doing really, really terribly, but it's okay because I do it for the fun of it.
Like
And
real golfing?
real golfing. I've been real golfing lately.
Oh, okay. When did you become a 64-year-old retiree?
Whenever I started golfing with my coworkers. Listen, I don't usually hang out with coworkers.
Right.
I
Just when
don't
you go golfing.
I don't like making a habit of it because if you have a falling out outside of work, then it kind of makes work miserable.
True.
Fingers crossed that doesn't happen. But anyway, they invited me to the movies, a couple times, and I was like, you know what, I can go to the movies. It's not like I'm making any commitments here.
Right. Yeah.
And then they were like, hey, we're gonna go golfing. Do you want to go golfing with us? I was like, I haven't golfed in years, and I didn't peg any of these guys as golfers. Maybe one of them, but we golfed pretty regularly throughout like the later summer months. We just went golfing on Saturday because it was a beautiful day out. But yeah, I haven't gotten any better at all.
Nice. What's your handicap?
I don't know. I've had that explained to me. I've had that explained to me probably about as many times as I've had safeties explained to me, like football safeties.
I still don't understand football safeties.
Yeah, tell me about it. Me either. And I've had them explained to me about 100 times. I don't know what a handicap is. I don't know what my handicap is. I would probably say I'm a solid like triple bogey on a regular hole.
Okay.
So
Sorry, I just looked up my fantasy scores for this week because you mentioned football and I forgot that was going on.
yeah.
And somehow I went from projected to win this week to lose this week.
Well, of course, you're up against Courtney, so I don't think anyone can win that.
I want to talk about your matchup this week because
I'm crushing him.
I don't know if Josh is paying attention anymore because two of his guys aren't even playing this week. Three of his guys, sorry. Four of them. Three are out with injuries. One is on a bye week. So he just lost four of his opportunities to score points. And it's just giving you a free win this week, which is unbelievable because
I'm not opposed to that because I'm in last place.
just rude.
But you know what? I still am going to lose whether he gives up now or not. So
What's funny is you would be in second place looking at it now if you just didn't have such a poor losing streak.
I feel like I've been up against Courtney more than anybody.
So your points like in total are 22 points ahead of me. But since Josh and I both have a better win-loss ratio than you, you're still losing. And what makes that so funny to me is Josh is not paying attention and has no clue what's going on. I barely understand the rules to football, let alone the rules to fantasy. And you have a gang of guys that you go golfing with that you're getting insider trading tips on football for.
Insider trading.
And you're still losing.
Okay, so what I'm going to blame it on, because I can blame it on this. So what happened was my coworker, who has been helping me with this thing, he was gone. I think he was on vacation or something like that the weekend that we were drafting.
Gotcha.
And that was an issue because then I was listening to another coworker who claimed to know so much about football. And he's like, do this, and that. And then he was like, he gave me like a whole list of people to do. He told me to have a quarterback in my bench. No, sorry, I'm forgetting the words. He told me to have basically two of everything. So
yeah, that's what I did.
Have a quarterback and then a quarterback on your bench, and then have blah blah blah. Like I had
You have
two
backups, like a quarterback, tight end, running back, wide receiver. I think you have two wide receiver backups, a kicker, and a defensive player.
Right.
Or defensive team.
Regardless, whatever I did, was very bad. And I have decent players. They've just been not doing good. Like Najee Harris, pretty decent. He sucks this year. Like the Steelers in general just suck this year. Like,
yeah, I am very disappointed by my Steelers. I'll tell you what, one of the best decisions I ever made was trading for Waddle.
I hate you. I hate you so much.
I got Jalen Waddell, and he was my highest scorer this week on my team.
I should have got him. But since you live with the person who had him, you got him. And I am
that has
not
nothing
cool.
to do with it.
No,
that
it has everything to do with it because I asked, and then the second I asked, she's like, "All right, Connor, you want Waddle? Because Matt wants him, so here you go."
It's because I had the Washington Commanders, and she wanted the Washington Commanders.
Good.
I don't know why she wanted them. That's why I gave them up.
I don't either, but they aren't even remotely good, and I have really good players, and she didn't want any of them. I had no problem
giving up the Commanders, and I got one of the best players in the league right now.
I'm so mad that she's doing so good, and she's so stingy with her stupid players. She's like, I have all of the best players in the entire league. Do you want some of them? Well, too bad.
Well, why would she give them up if she's doing the best?
Because she can't
can continue doing the best.
She can't lose. There's no way for her to lose at this point. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if she has all of the best players because she only needs like 3 or 4. Oh my gosh. I'm so this whole thing has not really been my thing. I don't like sports, but now that I'm like remotely getting into sports, I want to kill somebody.
I can see why dads are always angry now. Like sports are infuriating.
Extremely.
All right. Well, we want to thank everyone for listening. We really appreciate it. If you would like to follow us on Twitter, we are at the Garlic Boys, as well as on Instagram and TikTok.
Knock knock. Who's there?
TikTok. We would also, if you'd like to support us financially, you can find us on Patreon at the Garlic Boys. We have changed the prices on our tiers a little bit to make it a little bit more affordable. And we are also going to be hopefully introducing some more exclusive content up there. But links for that can be found in the description of the episodes. And we have one big announcement that we'd like to share. Starting this week, you can find video recordings of the episodes on the Garlic Boys YouTube channel. Just search the Garlic Boys on YouTube. We are going to be putting up the full edited version of the videos up on there. So if you'd like to watch us instead of listening to us, you can join us on there. Matt, any final thoughts?
My big toe hurts.
All right. With that, we'd like to just say, as always, remember, everyone, to stay garlicky. You never do it on time.
You're holding out stay for like 10 minutes. What am I supposed to
start?
Do?
All right. What?
I started.
Do you want to do it again?
No, I don't.
Okay, fine. Say goodbye.
Bye.